Very good morning to all. Today we will discuss regarding the new topic that is bandaging, and the bandages they are used for the dressing. As we are covering with the topic that is a wound, that we have seen the definition. Next is the types of the wound, that is classification of wound, phases of wound and wound healing. Next is bandages. So, bandages that is a process of covering a wound or an injured part means with the help of bandaging, or if we have any injury, then firstly we will do a bandage over the healing part. So it is covering of the wound or covering of the any injured part. Next, that is a uses of the bandages, that are purposes of bandages. Why we need to do a bandage? That is, first, prevent contamination of wound by holding the dressing in the position. Means we apply any medication, we apply any solutions and dressing, and to hold that dressing in the position, and it helps to prevent a contamination. Second purpose is to provide a support to a part, the part which is injured, which is sprained, or which is dislocated. Injured means any of the injuries, sprains that is any rashes, and dislocated joints that is a type of a fracture. Next purpose, to provide a rest to the part that is injured, means we have to give, or we can give a rest with the help of the bandage. To prevent and control the hemorrhage, as bandage it applies some degree of pressure to an injured part, so by that mechanism it helps to prevent and control the bleeding. Next, to restrict movement and to immobilize a fracture or a dislocation. Means restriction of the movements. If we want to restrict the movements of any particular part, if we want to immobilize any fracture, then the bandages they are used. Next is to correct the deformities. If any deformities are there, then it can be corrected with the help of the bandages. Next is to maintain the pressure. Elastic bandages, they are like as the elastic stockings. They are like the socks, and they are applied to the improve venous return. Means the stockings they are worn by the patients, and that will help to improve a venous return. So these are the purposes of the bandages. Next, that is a type of the bandages. Which are the types? There are mainly three types: triangular bandage, roller bandage, and special bandage, that is a T bandage. I repeating the types: triangular, roller, and special bandage. Next, the material which are commonly used for the bandages. Maybe you have seen in the surgical wards how the dressing and bandages they are done. Okay, so materials they are used for the bandages. They are first is the cotton. Next is cotton. Gauze pieces are there. Next jute. Jute it is like a fabric cloth material which is used for the bandaging. Next is the wool, and in last the special materials like some crab bandages, that is a skin color bandage that is applied by the persons, and elastic bandages, they are nothing but the elastic stockings. So these are the commonly used materials for the bandages, that is cotton, cotton gauze, jute, wool, and special material like crab bandage and elastic stocking or elastic bandages. Next, the parts of the roller of bandages: head and pre-end or tail. Means one part that is a head and second part that is a tail. Next, parts of the triangular bandage. Triangular bandage it has mainly three parts: point, that is pointer at the upper sides, and there is two ends will be there, and in between the base will be there. Size of bandage is not that much important. Next, general principles. Most important question that is asked in the examination, they are the general principles that are used for the application of the bandages. So principles, that is first, a bandage that we are selecting it must be of a proper size and of a suitable materials. Means depends on the size of the wound, depends on the age of the persons, the size will be selected and the material. Sometimes water absorbable materials are there, unabsorbable materials are there. So which type of materials they are depending on the selection of the patients and the condition of the wound. Put the patient in a comfortable position, that is principle of comfort that we are maintaining in each and every procedures. Next, you can also add explanation of the procedures, that we need to explain a procedure to a patient to gain their cooperation. Next, support the injured area. Means whatever we are bandaging, we have to support the area during the bandaging to avoid a discomfort. If a joint is involved, means we are um, bandaging or we are dressing any joints like knee joints or elbow joints, then it must be slightly flexed. Means if it is straight by the patients, then there are a stretching of the bandage. So joint is involved, then flex the joint. Next, face the patients. Means our face should be in the face or in the opposite of the face of the patient while applying the bandage, except when applying it to the head. Means when we are bandaging the head of the patients, then it is so difficult to face the patient's face. Okay, I'm repeating these principles. First is the selection of the size of the bandage and the material. Second, provide a comfortable position. Next is explanation of the procedures. Support the injured area while bandaging. If a joint is involved, then slightly we have to flex the joint. And lastly, we have to face the patients while applying a bandage, except for the head. Continue with the principles. Hold the roll of the bandage in the right hand. Means we have to hold the bandage in the opposite. If we are doing bandages on the left side, then it must be on the right side, and right side, then it must be on the left. So opposite hand will be used. Hold the bandage with the roller uppermost. Means the bandage they are in the form of roll, and it must be hold uppermost and apply the outer surface. Means the outer surface of is must be applied to the skin, not the inner surface. Okay, inner surface that is outside and the outer surface that is attaching to the skin. We are unrolling a few centimeters of the bandage at the time. Unrolling means we are unrolling and we are applying that on the patient's injured parts or on the wounds. Next, we are putting the cotton wool on the part to be bandaged. Okay, there are mainly two principles of the application of the cotton wool. That is, it prevents a slipping of the bandage. Means the bandage will be in the correct position, or it can be held in the correct position for the longer duration, or it prevents a cutting into the skin underneath. Okay, or it helps to prevent the skin is not cut if we put the cotton. Okay, so that are two principles. Next, we are bandaging from below to upward parts. Means if any particular parts, for example, hand is there. So first we have to bandage the below part of the hand and then we move to the upward part. Same way from within to outer means center to periphery. Means if a certain body is already injured or whole body is injured, then first we have to bandage the center, then we have to move to the forward or to a periphery. Okay? I'm repeating these three. Holding of the roll of the bandage in the opposite sides and outer sides should be applied, and after that unrolling of the material can be there. Next, we are putting some cottons. The two mechanisms they helps to prevent a slipping of the bandage and they cause a cutting into the skin underneath. Bandages from below upward means if any longer part, then below to upward, and from the within to outer or center to periphery. Hold the end of the bandage over the outer aspects of the injured area. Means the end is there because at the end we need to fix the end to prevent the displacement of the bandage. So end must be over the outer aspects of the injured area that it can be visible and we can easily grasp the end at the end to tie. Wind the bandage around the part twice to fix it. Means around we have to make a two rounds to fix it. When bandaging a limb, means upper or lower limbs are there, then we start with an oblique turn, or you can say in the form of 8 or cross segments. to keep the bandage in the position as an alternative method. Okay, means limb or bandage, then it must be in the oblique end or in the position of the 8. Next, cover the two-thirds of the bandage by the next one. Means if we have done the bandaging, like in this circle we are doing the bandages. So the two-thirds of the bandage that is covered by the next one. Means the whole roller that is overlapping around the parts, and keep the edges parallel. Edges, that is a side of the bandage. It must be parallel, that the whole position or hold the bandages can be maintained. Keep even and not too tight pressure. Means the pressure should not be too high, it should not be too low while applying a bandage. A too tight bandage is to interfere with the circulation. If we make a too tight, then the circulation, blood circulation will be impaired. I'm repeating this one. The hand should be hold at the outer aspect so easily we can fix, and we have to make a 2 rounds. Next, when we bandaging a limb, then we have to start in the oblique and in the form of the 8. Cover the two-thirds of the bandage by the next one. So hole will be overlapping with others. Next, keep the edges to the parallel. And last, we are not supposed to apply very loose or very tight bandages, because the tight bandages, they can cause a pressure or they will interfere with the circulation. Next, continue with the principles, that is finish with a straight turn and fix the end with a safety pin. Okay, last turn that we are taking, it must be a straight, and we are securing the bandage and with the help of the safety pin. Sticking plaster or by dividing the terminal parts of the bandage longitudinal and tying the two ends around the bandage parts. In simple, the two bandages they are tied કે એક knot જેવો બનાવવાનો છે, and if possible leave the fingers and toes exposed to check the circulation. Means we are not covering the fingers and toes of the patients, so that we can check the blood circulation by changes in the fingers or changes in the toes. Do not bandage the part too tightly or too loosely. The bandaging should not be too tight or too loose. Observe the extremities carefully for any signs of swelling or blueness due to interference with the circulation by bandage that is too tight. Okay? After the application of the bandage, we have to observe the extremities where if circulation is proper or not. So for that, there are signs of, for example, swellings, and there is discoloration, that is due to improper circulation and oxygen if we applied a too tight bandage. Next, removing of the bandage. When we are removing a bandage, passes from one hand to another. So continuous the passes of the bandage, because the bandage they may be too long. So it is collected in the concertina fashion. Okay. Repeating this one, fix the end with the safety pin, otherwise with the two ends the knot can be formed. Leave the fingers and toes exposed to check the circulation. Next, the bandage should not be too tight or too loose. Next, extremities should be observed for the signs of swelling or looseness due to interference with the circulation by too tight bandages. And lastly, when we are removing the bandage, it must be passed from one hand to another hand so that it is collected in the concertina fashion. Okay, so these are the principles of the bandages and the most very important questions that's frequently asked in the exams. Other that is types of the bandages, they are not asked in the exam, but they are useful for the practical purpose and for the knowledge. Okay, next the roller bandages. Okay, so there are types of the roller bandage, that is simple spiral, reverse spiral, figure of 8, and the spike. Okay, simple spiral. Simple matlab they are very simple, and this type of bandage is used for uniform thickness part. Means any wrist is there, finger is there, that the thickness of the finger that is same in one finger. So at that time, a simple spiral bandages can be used. Each turn of the bandage it overlaps the previous turn. Overlapping rounded turn can be used. Second, it is a reverse spiral. Reverse spiral, it is used for a longer parts where the thickness is varies. For example, if we see our leg, the thickness of the leg, it is not same for the whole leg. Okay, so it is different, and it is applied in the same way as the general spiral bandages, but each turn is reversed as necessary to prevent a gapping and to make the bandage smooth. Because the thickness is vary, there are chances of the gapping. So the gapping, it can be removed by a reverse turn of the each bandages. Next is the figure of the 8 that we have already discussed. If you remember that a bandage is used for the elbow and knee joints. Means if we are using a bandage over a joint, then this bandage is done by the figure of the 8. It is made by forming a two loops or oblique turns over a joints. Okay? By the two loops, separate loops, and the oblique turns they are taken. The turns they are alternatively ascend and descend to cover the paths. Means upward and downward dressing will not the dressing, upward and downward rotation of the bandage can be there to cover the whole part. And last, that is a spica. Spica, it is a form of 8 bandage, but the turn they are larger than the other. These used for the joints at the right angles to the body. Example, shoulder, groin, and the thumb. Okay, so there are four main types of the roller bandages. That first is the simple spiral. Under that, it is used for the uniform thickness parts, for example, finger and wrist. Overlapping circles can be there. Next is reverse spiral, that is used for a part with a varies thickness, for example, leg or hand. Figure of 8, that is used for the joints, elbow and knee joints. And spica, that is nothing but the figure of 8, but the bandages that are taken that are larger in size. Next, special bandages. They are used for any special purposes. In that first, many tail bandage. Many tail bandage is used for a larger wound, for example, abdominal and chest injuries. It is prepared from a number of strips. Not a one strips is there, but there are so many number of strips or tails of flannel or cotton material can be used for many tail bandages. It is 4 to 6 inches wider and has sufficient length to cover the affected parts. Means the area that must be covered the whole abdomen or the chest which was injured. Steps of applying the roller bandage. How we can apply the roller bandage? First we have to fix it, then rolling, and last is the securing. Fix means we are applying any medication, we are applying the dressing, and we are fixing it on the wound side. Next is the rolling of the bandages, and last secure the bandage to prevent the displacement. Next, how we can check the circulation after the bandaging, because in the principles we have noted that we have to check for the circulation. If there is too tight bandage, then there are signs that is develop swelling and loose discoloration. Next, nothing is developed, and if we want to check the circulation, then we can check by pressing the nails. We have pressed the nails immediately or within the seconds, they again back the normal pink color. Next, checking of the pulse rate, and last, tingling. Tingling sensation એટલે જે ઝંઝણાતી આવતી હોય છે બરાબર ખાલી ચડતી હોય છે એ tingling sensation, coldness એકદમ ઠંડુ પડી જાય, and inability to move the fingers કે excess swell કે કઈ થઈ ગયું હોય, they are unable to move. So that is checking the circulation. Tying the bandage. For the tying of the bandage, a reef knot must be always used. Reef knot, that is like a simple knot. It should not cause a discomfort. The knot that must not be too tight, it can cause a discomfort. Tuck the loose end of bandage out of the sides. The loose end that must be tucked at the side or outer sides. Next is the sleeve. Up till now, is that clear to everyone or not? Just we will revise That is, first we have seen the definition of the bandages. Second, that are the purposes of the bandages. Next, that is principles of bandages. That is most important. After that, types of the roller bandages. Next, that is slings. Slings, they are used to provide support and protection for injured arms. Slings કદાચ તમે જોયું હશે કે કોઈ પેશન્ટ્સને રિસ્ક કે હેન્ડની ઇન્જરી થાય તો એક પટ્ટા જેવું પહેરાવવામાં આવે છે કે હાથ ઉપર રાખવાનું હોય છે એના પર. So that is a sling. I'll show you the diagram after the next slides. Slings, mostly they are used to provide a support and a protection for injured arms, wrists and hands, or for immobilizing the upper limb when there are arm or chest injuries. Slings that is used only for the arms, wrists and upper limbs. Okay. Types of slings, that is arm sling, elevation sling and improvised sling. Arm matlab, that is arm, that is hand, that is applying on the arm sling. Elevation sling કે જે એલિવેટ કરીને રાખવું, એલિવેટ એટલે ઊંચું કરીને રાખવું, અને એલિવેશન સ્લિંગ. અને લાસ્ટ છે ઇમ્પ્રોવાઇઝ સ્લિંગ. ચાલો કોઈ મટીરિયલ્સ અવેલેબલ નથી, કોટન અવેલેબલ્સ નથી, તો કોઈ શર્ટથી કે કોઈ કોટથી જે બનાવે, that is improvised sling. Okay. So three types of the sling: arm sling, elevation sling and lastly improvised sling. Okay. First shade, that is arm sling. Okay. Arm sling, this is used when there are injuries to the upper limb and for some chest injuries. Arm sling, it is used for upper limb. Matlab it is used for the hand and for chest injuries. It holds the forearm across the chest. With the help of arm sling, what happens? The forearm, it is held across the chest, but it is only effective if the casualty sits or the stands. Okay. If it is effective ક્યારે થશે? When the casualties means the patients, they are able to sit or stand in a proper way. When the arm sling is in the correct position, the casualty's hand will be slightly higher than the elbow. With the help of application of the sling, we can say that the hand that is higher than the elbow, so that the cross position can be maintained. Base of the triangular bandage should lie at the root of the little finger, that is leaving the finger nails exposed. That I will show you in the diagram. The base will be at the lever sides. Methods of application: how we can apply the arm sling. Ask the casualty to lie, sit down and support the forearm. Means patient must be sit down and we have to support this forearm on the injured side with wrist and hand that is slightly higher than the elbow. Using the hollow. Hollow means the jagya hase between the elbow and the chest lies one end of the triangular bandage between the chest and the forearm so that its points reaches well beyond the elbow. The જે points છે તો એ ક્યાં હોવું જોઈએ? It must reach beyond the elbow કરતા ઉપર. And place the upper end over the shoulder on the sound sides and around the back of the neck to the front of the injured sides. Upper end જે છે એ ક્યાં હોવું જોઈએ? તો on the shoulders. Still supporting the forearm, carry the lower end of the bandage up over the hand and forearm and using a reef knot. Matlab the knot can be used to fix it. Tie off on injured sides in the hollow above the collarbone. Bring the point forward and secure it to the front of the bandage with a safety pin. Safety pin is used for the securing. And check the circulation. If it is affected, adjust the bandage or the position of the sleeve. Circulation, that we have already discussed, how we can check the circulation. Okay. These are the arms. Maybe you have seen like this, the hand is slightly higher than the elbow. It is like a flex. The healthcare provider will help it to flex it. Next, they are using this to tie the knot to secure it. Okay, at the sides of the holder. This one, that is at the lower side, that is a base. Okay, that is a shape like a triangular, and here the patient's hand can be there. Elevation sling. Elevation मतलब rise position. This sling is used to support the hand and forearm in a well raised position. मतलब ઊંચું કરીને કોઈ પાર્ટને રાખવાનું હોય તો that is used by the elevation sling. In which cases we can use the elevation sling and at first the hand is bleeding. The patient's hand they are having the bleeding. There are complicated chest injuries and there are shoulder injuries. Means bleeding तो it can be stopped by against the gravity के up करशो hand तो immediately stop થઈ જશે. Complicated chest injuries are there and the shoulder injuries. Next is collar cuff sling. Collar cuff that is used to support the wrist only. Methods of application. The elbow is bent, the forearm is placed across the chest in such a way that the fingers touch the opposite shoulder. And now the sling is applied. Okay. Elbow ને bend કરવાનો છે, forearm place કરવાનો છે across the chest and the shoulders જે હશે તો એના પર opposite sides ની finger should be touch. A claw hitch is passed round the wrist and the ends tie in the hollow above the collarbone on the injured sides. Claw hitch मतलब એક ઝોલા કહી શકીએ એવું એક એરિયાથી પાસ કરવાનું છે આપણે મટીરિયલ્સ થ્રુ અરાઉન્ડ ધ બ્રેસ્ટ. It is made with a narrow bandage. એ શેનાથી બનાવવાનું છે તો with only a narrow bandage કે આમ હાથ જે છે એ મૂવ કરી શકશે. It is not fixed but જે એલ્બોથી જે ફ્લેક્શન મેન્ટેન કરવું છે it must be maintained. Two loops are made and laid one on the top of the others. Okay. So here you can see that the collar and the cuff slings. Okay. This is applied over the patient's here, back sides, and like this, the hand, that is elbow, it is legs, and next the fingers they are at the opposite shoulders. That's the right side fingers. They are at the left side shoulders. Okay, so that is a collar and cuff sling. Triangular sling is used in treating a fracture of the collarbone. Collarbone, that is the clavicle bone. So it is used to in the patients with the clavicle bone fracture. It helps to keep the hand rise high up, giving the relief from the pain. Means the hand can be raised and it will help to relieve the pain of the patient due to the fracture. Methods of application: place the forearm across the chest with the fingers pointing towards the opposite shoulder. Same like the other previously discussed. Forearm across the chest, fingers at the opposite shoulder and palm over the breastbone. Place an open bandage over the chest with one hand over the hand and the other pointing below beyond the elbow. That is a position of the hand. Okay, here you can see that this is a triangular sling and like this it can be applied. Improvised sling. If no triangular bandage they are available, slings may be improvised in several ways to support the injured body parts. मतलब कोई ज material available નથી, કોઈ bandages available નથી. So how we can make the slings, that is a improvised sling with the available resources. Turn the free end of a cord and pin it to the clothing. The free end એટલે નીચેનો છેડો જે છે એને ટર્ન કરીને લઈ લેવાનો છે અને પિન કરવાનો છે અને ક્લોથ સાથે. Pass the hand inside the button cord or the shirts. પછી એનો જે વચ્ચેનો જે એરિયા બને ત્યાંથી પાસ કરવાનો છે હેન્ડને. Pin the sleeves of the injured limb to the clothing. Sleeves જે હશે મતલબ બાય એને બી પિન અપ કરવાની છે. You can use the muffler, scarf, belt, tie or soft clothes to prepare the improvised sling. Okay, improvised slings you can see that અહીંયા કોટમાંથી improvised sling બનાવ્યું છે કે અહીંયા free end હતો અને અહીંયા tie કરી દીધું છે અને વચ્ચેથી the hand is passed here also. So that is improvised sling. It is કોઈ મફલર કે ટાઈ કે બેલ્ટથી બનાવી શકીએ છીએ. We can make the improvised sling. Splints that we will discuss later. So that is all about the slings. Okay, mainly three types of the slings are there that we have discussed. We will revise it. That is arm sling. Here you can see the diagram. They are used for the upper arms and for chest injuries. Second, that is elevation sling. They are used to elevate the part. मतलब આ રીતે hand ને elevate કરવાનો છે, so we can use the elevation sling. અને last આપણે જોયું that is improvised sling કે જે hand બને છે અથવા તો with the help of available resources we can make the improvised slings. Okay, so these are the types of the slings. Okay, if you have any doubt you can message me or you can ask, and then we'll continue in the next class about the slings and traction.